Pâte de Verre is a French phrase that means glass paste. The glass paste consists of ground up glass, ground to the texture of sugar, which is then mixed with some liquid binder so that you really do have a soft, malleable paste. That paste is introduced into a mold. The mold is heated, the individual granules of glass fuse together, and at the end of the day you have a curiously textured, almost sugar-like surface to the object, which lends itself to the manufacture of small and sometimes larger pieces of sculpture.
Pâte de Verre is a casting process which first requires the making of a mold. Here you see the celebrated artist Kimiaki Higuchi making a mold using a cabbage leaf as a positive. The mold is made of a special mixture of plaster and silica. The two halves of the mold are separated, and when the cabbage leaf is removed, it leaves a cavity which will be filled with glass eventually. The surfaces of the mold are painted thinly with an adhesive, and then finely powdered colored glasses are sifted carefully into place. The bulk of the cavity is then filled by spooning in larger amounts of powdered glass. The upper portion of the mold is put in place. It sits high above the lower portion because when it's melted, it will make a smaller volume. The mold with the powdered glass is put in a kiln and heated to a very high temperature, about 1500 degrees Fahrenheit, for a few hours, during which time the particles of glass fuse to each other. After cooling, the mold is broken away carefully. Little bits of plaster stick to the surface of the glass and have to be carefully removed. In addition, extra glass that squeezes out around the edges has to be removed by cold working. Ultimately, all of the surfaces are lightly ground and sometimes polished.